Hi, ninth grade. We are to that point of revising your compare-contrast essay. That's what I mean by CC here. I'm not trying to be cute, I just didn't want to write it out. And since this is not super formal occasion, I decided not to write it out. So you need to follow all 6 of these steps, please. Number 1, count the words. If you have fewer than 250 words, add more details. Could be an example, could be just an adjective or two, depending on how many words you need to add. Put your word count at the bottom of your essay and put a 1 by it. So if you have 201 words, put a little number 1 by that. Make sure your organization is very clear and easy to follow. The introduction, the body paragraphs, the conclusion, focus sentence at the end of the introduction. So if you need to make a paragraph break, you could put a little 2 by that. If you need to add your focus statement at the end of your introduction, then you could put a little 2 by that. If you need to, if you forgot to write a conclusion, then you need to add that and you can put a 2 by that. If you want to, all of those are okay, then maybe you need to add some transition words like finally, or something like that at the beginning of your 3rd body paragraph or something. One of those kinds of things. If you have trouble, let me know. Put a 2 by whatever change, by at least one change that you've made in that area. Number 3, make sure you use formal wording. Avoid the use of the word you. In formal writing, we do not use the word you. If you have trouble eliminating the word you, let me know. Spell out numbers under 13. That means 12 is TWELVE, not 1, 2. Don't use abbreviations. Okay, you can use an abbreviation for, like, if somebody's a junior, they have junior after their name, Martin Luther King Jr., then you don't have to write out junior, JUNIOR. Be wise about it, mark a change in this area with a little number 3. Number 4, include at least 1 verbal phrase and 1 prepositional phrase. Circle or highlight them and put a 4 by each. So a verbal phrase, again, is either an infinitive phrase. Remember, that has to include more than 2 plus the verb. It has to have another word at least. A gerund phrase, a participial phrase. Those are verbal phrases. And then the prepositional phrases we went over that begin with a preposition such as the word on and end with an object such as the word table. Okay? Probably, without even thinking about it, you have included prepositional phrases. Maybe not verbal phrases at this point, but go back and make sure you've included them, put a 4 by them. If you have not, add something, change the wording so you are including 1. Number 5, include at least 1 semicolon, colon, or dash. You can choose 1 and mark it with a 5. Also at this point, you should be correcting run-on sentences if you have not already. That means if you have put 2 sentences together without the appropriate punctuation and or conjunction, you need to add that. Break the sentences up if they are more than, say, 4 lines long. Probably you don't need a sentence that long, so you can break that up. Correct any spelling, punctuation, or grammar error you find. Mark 1 with a number 6. So after you've done all this, I will look at it and see if there's anything else that I would add. Please look if there is an edit file. Okay, if there isn't one and you have full credit, then don't worry about it. But if there is an edit file that I've made, please look at it because I might be giving you some valuable input. And once you've done all of that, turn that in and you see my edit, then begin on your final draft, incorporating the above changes and any others you need to make because you might find some. Write your essay again. You may handwrite or type and turn it in. If you have a bad camera, don't try handwriting it. If you are not very good at typing and you don't know how to use spell check in English, then maybe you want to handwrite it. Or if you just like handwriting, that's fine, as long as I can read it. That's the main thing. So do not give me your final draft where it says revisions. That's not the same thing. Remember that. I keep getting people's final drafts under revisions. If I can't see your revisions, you get a 0 for that grade. I have to see what you've changed. And I have to see the little number next to it to know that you know what category of change it is. That's kind of like a test, okay? If you have trouble with any of this, let me know in the comments below or via WhatsApp. Otherwise, happy writing.